Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. I don't know about you, but for me personally, I have experienced in my life where I looked at other people and I thought the grass was greener over in their yard, right? That if I had what they had, my life would be good and perfect like that too. Where I thought that they had it going on and they don't know what it's like to have to go through this, or where I judge and like, why are things going better for them and everything works for them, but me, I got to go through this and my life is harder because I don't have what they have. I have also been on the side in my life, and that's pretty much where my life has been for some years now, where people look at me and they think that I got it going on, and they think that everything is perfect for me, and that if they had what I had, their life would be good too, and that my life is so easy and their life is so much harder because I got all this stuff working for me. And I've been on both sides of that, right? And so I want to talk about that grass is always greener in other people's yard kind of mentality, or that mentality that other people have a better life or things work better for them. And that just comparing, that's really what it is that it boils down to. You're just comparing. And honestly, I can say for me, I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to say for me, there's some ungratefulness and not realizing how blessed I am and how far I've come when I have had that viewpoint. When I'm looking at other people like they got it going on and not really realizing the blessing that I have. The first thing I want to tell you all is that no matter where you are, if you're on the side where everybody's looking at you, or if you're on the side where you're looking at other people, and guess what? You can be in the same place holding both positions at the same time. People can be looking at you and you can be looking at somebody else. No matter where you are in life, no matter how bad your life may seem, the struggles you may go through, I can guarantee you there's somebody looking at you, or who would look at you if they knew you and would think that you got it going on better than they have it. And so we always need to be grateful and mindful and not despise small beginnings, and to know that everything that we go through in life has value. Even the hardship has value because it makes us who we are. It teaches us valuable lessons in life to help us in our future, and it shapes our character. So everything we go through has value, even the bad things. What I have found, right, in my life, especially on this side where people look at you and they think that you have it going on, I've learned this. It may be that some people may have some things that you may not have, right? But it doesn't mean that their life is going to be so much better than your life. Some people may have great health. Some people may have been born into great wealth. But no matter what level you are, where you are in life, you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some challenges. And sometimes we think, well, you know what? I give anything for those kind of challenges, right? If I was super, a billionaire 100 times over, I would like to have those kind of problems. You may think you would like to have those kind of problems, but as we learn in life, as we grow up and we attain things, we learn that, when you get things that you thought was going to make everything better, it didn't make everything better. It just added more to it, right? More money, more problems. More responsibility, more problem. More freedom, right? More problems. No matter what it is and who you are, you're going to have struggles. You're going to have problems. And when you're looking at other people and you're thinking the grass is always greener, you're not looking at what you have working for you. You're over esteeming someone else's belongings, things, and life, and you're underestimating yours. You're undervaluing what you have working for you. And if you don't see what you got working for you, you're not going to use it to the fullest and get the max benefit out of it. And so when we're dealing with our health, we need to look at what we got, not look at what we don't have. We need to look at what we got working for us. And sometimes that's really hard because it doesn't seem like you have much working for you at all. But what you can see is working for you, even if it's not working to the max. You need to work what you got working for you, because when you realize what you have, you value what you have, and you work what you got, the ability that you have will grow, right? What you have working for you may seem small and minute, but the more you work it, the more that the impact that thing you have will grow. The more ability and the more it can do for you will expand, and it will open up other opportunities and open up other doors for you. But you got to work what you have on the level in which you are at the time that you're at it. Now, a lot of people look at me. I've had a lot of conversations with family members and non-family members alike that think that my life is so great. It is great. It's great for me. May not be great for you, but it's great for me. I work hard for this and I pray for this. And people look and they think, you know what? You know, you got it going on. You got kids like this. You got a marriage and a husband like that. You don't have to work. You got this and this and this and this going for you. And nobody ever takes the time to stop and think about what it cost me to get what I got. I didn't get them kids like that. They didn't come out here born like, boom, we just great kids. And even though they're great kids, it's still a work in progress. They still get in trouble. They still disobey. They stun me and my husband sometimes. We got to figure out what in the world we got to do about this. And it's a 24-hour work. And my marriage did not start off this way. It was not what it is today. That's a lot of tears, a lot of years, a lot of prayers, a lot of seeds sown, a lot of humbling myself, a lot of my husband humbling himself for us to get what we got. It took a lot of Jesus up in this marriage to get this marriage what it is. And people look at my health. You know, I was somewhere yesterday doing some medical things, and there was a couple talking, and they were talking about, you know, why, she was asking questions, why some people this and some people that, and he was answering the questions, and then I heard him speaking about me. Well, I ended up doing something because I didn't want to hear the conversation. But what I did get from that is they were wondering, what she was wondering is why you see people that are, most people are like this, right? And then you get a me coming through, and I don't look like, act like, or have the same things that everybody else is going through. And she kind of really wanted to know, why is that? You know, people can look at me and say, you know what, her husband's at all her appointments, he takes good care of her, he takes all this stuff. But you know what? They don't think about all the money we spend in earth. They don't think about all the days, I mean almost every day of the week, that I work out hard to have the physical ability that I have. They don't think about all the people all around the world praying for me. They don't think about all the seeds that we have sown. They don't think about when we didn't have hot water and my babies was crying because they was tired of eating rice every day. They don't think about the hardships. They don't know what it cost us to get to where we are today. Don't look at me or anybody else and set their life up on a pedestal and think that their life is so great and so beyond, and diminish what it cost them to get there. That's an insult. That's an insult to people's trials, tribulations, and overcoming. Don't do that. That's an insult. That's not a good thing. Anything anybody has in life costs them. Anything anybody achieves in life, it costs them. It costs them greatly. It costs them relationships. It costs them friendships. It costs them all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you something. I was living for a few years, right? You know how you have a blood level and it's supposed to be for women. It's supposed to be between like 11 and 13. Some places tell you 10, but they like to keep it somewhere around that 11 and really at that 12 level, but between 11 and 13. And men is a little different. But I was living for years with my blood level at a 3. I shouldn't have been alive. For years. And you would think I shouldn't have got out of the bed. And I didn't really have it to, but I did it anyway. And I was doing stuff anyway. Well, I had to take some stuff. I had to mix up this concoction that I got from my naturopathic doctor. I give him a shout out because I love him much. Thank you. And I had to drink this nasty stuff. And my husband would mix this stuff up for me. several times a day, and I had to drink it. Well, part of it that was in there is chlorophyll, right? And chlorophyll stains. It's this dark green stuff. It is nasty and it stains. And I had to drink that, and do you know my teeth got stained, right? And the Lord blessed me. Some of it kind of faded out, but my teeth are still stained from using that chlorophyll. So you can look and be like, well, how did she make it all them years living on a 3 level? Even though I was going through a whole bunch of stuff, but I made it through. How did she make it through all of that? Well, you know what? It cost me. Cost me my teeth being stained. But people don't look at that, right? And that's just a small thing that I've had to pay. It cost to have anything anybody has. Even if you look through a yard talking about the grass is greener in somebody else's yard, right? You drive down the street and you see somebody's landscaping, it's beautiful, their grass is pretty and thick, and then you see some other people and it's all just weeds, and some people just got dirt and gravel because they ain't clean, you know, all their grass is dead. You know, that person with that nice beautiful landscaping, they have a higher water bill because they water in their grass. If they got landscapers coming out, they paying for that. If they're doing it themselves, they're the one at Home Depot or Lowe's buying all that stuff, putting their money into it, putting their time into it, putting their energy into it, putting their effort into it. You got to learn that the grass is always greener in your yard. You got it going on, right? Everything is working for you. What I got now, I paid the price for. My family paid the price for, and it's a lot of hard work. And you don't just get it and everything is good. You got to pay the cost to maintain it. And even though you're paying the cost to maintain it, you still got to pay the price to even grow it, to get to another level, because there is no ever arriving. There's no ever arriving. You guys, I am doing so much better physically, and in my body. There's things that I can do now that I wasn't able to do, and it's exciting and it's amazing, but this isn't the end for me. I haven't arrived and said, well, I can do this now, so this is good. It ain't good enough. I'm grateful. I praise God for it. I celebrate it, but I'm still working on it because there's another level to go. And even when I get there, there's still another level to go. So this video is to really tell you to appreciate what you have, to work what you got in your arsenal. Use the tools that you have, right? If you want something to look better, you got to put the work in for it to look better. And if you're in a bad place and things aren't working the way you need it to work, it don't mean that it's not going to get better later. It doesn't mean that you're not going to come out of it. You too can be the person that everybody is looking at. Somebody is looking at you in your bad place, wishing they could get up to your level because you're in a better place than they are. But you can be at a higher level where things are working for you greater. And sometimes it takes a while to get there, right? You're looking at me now, but y'all don't know all them years. And I mean years. I'm talking decades. You don't know the price that I had to pay to get the oil that I got flowing and smelling good now. It cost me a lot, and I know it's costing you a lot. So no matter where you are in your journey, hang in there. It's going to get better. Hang in there and know that, right? Other people are looking at you. So if you're at a place where people are looking at you, be understanding of other people. Don't look down your nose at other people. Remember what it cost you to get what you have. Now, their cost may be different from your cost, but we're not belittling anybody's cost, right? We're appreciating everybody on the level in which they are. Hope something in there was helpful for you. Remember, in all things, at all times, do you be you. Until next time, bye.